everyone. Today we're going to have a lesson of phonology. Have learned something about stress and rhythm. Now, first of all, I want to play a video clip, a clip of a sound. Please look at the sentence and try to fill in the missing words according to what you have heard. Okay? Now, let's go. Okay, I give you a minute to complete the sentence with what you've heard. So how have you done this? Can you fill in every word that is missing here? It's a little difficult. Yeah, some of you have done a perfect job, but still quite a lot of you have missed one or more than one words, right? Why? Now let's see what are the missing words. Strangely, you can see the missing words are as the title of my lecture suggests. I'm going to spend most of the time today talking about why Britain has not adopted. So, are there any new words? No, all the missing words are familiar to you, right? Then we are facing a question here. If you already knew the words, did you recognize them when you heard them? If you didn't, you need to think about why didn't you recognize them when they are spoken in a continuous or a continuous sentence or a continuous stream of sounds that often happening in a natural speech, right? So as you can see, English is spoken with rhythm and stress, meaning some words are spoken with more power and clarity, while other words with little power and clarity. That is why you missed some of the words. You only recognize the words that were said or spoken with stronger power and also longer duration, right? And one important reason that is causing this difference is because there exists some difference in English speaking and our mother tongue, Chinese speaking. Now, what is the difference? Now, please look at these example sentences. Here, look at the question and the 7 given answers. The question is, who works with Aaron? And there are 7 versions of the answers. Now, please try to read aloud. See how you would read these 7 sentences. Yes, go ahead. Please read aloud. Okay. Yeah, I would like to ask some of you to read before the class. Yes. Okay, that's very good. Now, as you can see, you read quite differently in quite different styles, right? Now, let's listen to a recording showing how a native speaker is reading these sentences. Okay, it's not playing very well. Now, see, the first answer is Anne, Jen. Second, Anne and Jen. Number 3, Annabelle and Janet. Number 4, there's Annabelle and then there's Janet. And number 5, where there's Annabelle and then there's Janet. Number 6, okay, you see the sentences are getting longer and then longer. But is the information increasing too at the same pace? No, the information is not increasing. And so, as you can see, the speaker is speaking faster and faster. But one thing that remains unchanged is the focus. The focus is always just put on only 2 syllables, and Jen. Even so, the other words that are added in the sentence do not bring in some new information. So these words are not stressed at all, right? So we can see the English language is often referred to as a stress timed. When the stress is limited, the speed of speaking totally depends on how many stresses are contained in a sentence. So we can see like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So when for those words that are not stressed, they should be read faster and connected. So in a very weak form. That is how English is defined. It's a stress time language. The number of the stress decides the duration of the time that is spent on speaking. But what about Chinese? No, Chinese is a syllable timed language. That means the number of the syllables decide the time that you need to spend on speaking. That is why many of you just now spend longer and longer time speaking the longer sentences, right? Okay, I believe understanding this difference can help us understand they can help us to form some better habits of speaking English to follow the rhythmic beats, just like music.